Hey guys, Paul Nia. I'm a professionallystrong.com. I want to help you become the best and strongest version of yourself. And this is week 4 of my Jiu Jitsu diary, kind of tracking my progress as I go all the way from total noob, total beginner a few weeks ago to whatever I end up being, hopefully a black belt over time. But right now, this is my 4th week, so I'm still a total noob and wanted to discuss a few things and hopefully, like I did in some of the previous videos, kind of relate it to training to help to motivate you with your workouts. Maybe you're going through some of the same issues I'm going through with your workouts, and hopefully this helps you. All right, so if you're watching my previous, one thing that's been bothering me is my knee, but at this point, I think I've found enough ways to work around it. It actually has a lot of times that it's feeling good, but there's still a certain amount of drills and things that I try to avoid because I don't want to re-injure it. So it's feeling good. It's on its way. I've kind of gotten the feel of which exercises and which drills I can do and which ones I need to really be careful of. So that's going well. But the big issue that I did notice this week was that I was losing weight. And for me, that's not something I want to do. I know a lot of people would be happy that they're losing weight. I like being around 240-ish or so, and I noticed my weight got down to 230. Now, I wouldn't mind my body fat percent dropping, so staying the same size and having a little less fat, but I don't like my total weight to be down because for me, at least, I think that indicates losing muscle with the way I work out and stuff. So not a good thing. And for me, at least, my challenge has always been eating enough, which is why I've never been huge and jacked, because it's always been easier for me to lose weight, because at least for me, if I skip a meal or here or two or have less calories, I think that is easier for me to do than to be full all the time and forcing myself to eat when I'm not hungry. So I've always struggled with trying to gain weight, gain size, and losing weight's been easy. So not necessarily something I planned, but for myself, what I've always went through after a hard rugby practice, after a hard football practice, or just after a hard workout, I don't really feel like eating, and that's not good. I know when I get home, I want to have my shake, I want to have a big meal, but when I get home from a hard jiu-jitsu practice or a hard workout, I just kind of, I don't know, my body's not hungry. And maybe that's from years of playing rugby and being on the field, being at tournaments, and there being no food around. Even if I bring bars and stuff, I eat that stuff right away. I'm hungry, and I just kind of go through playing games on an empty stomach. I know it's not good. You lose a lot of muscle, but I'm wondering if that's something that my body has adapted to, and when I get in that kind of situation, I just don't feel like eating. I'm not sure if it's something that a lot of people go through after a hard workout, not being hungry, or if that's something that's just me. But it is something that I deal with, and I've just not been wanting to eat, and I have had in my mind, I gotta eat. So I've been drinking shakes and stuff that doesn't make me too full, trying to get as more calories in. But even with that, I've just my weight dropped a little. It's kind of maintained around 230, and I didn't like that at first. But I also thought about when I was playing rugby, probably at my best, I probably weighed about 200 or so. So, if that is where I'm at my best athletically, it wouldn't hurt the jiu-jitsu process to be down at a lower weight, because I think that's a little more natural for my body to be that lower weight. But I've also seen the pictures when I was playing rugby, a little skinnier. Back when I did modeling, I was a little more ripped, had that six-pack out, and I didn't like that skinny look that I had, which is why I was like, I got to get bigger. But that's more of a personal preference of what I like visually. So my point is, I'm not sure if it's the worst thing in the world performance-wise to be at a lower weight. I'm sure it's a better thing because I can move more freely, less stress on my joints. But there's a psychological thing that I need to either choose, because I've been training to increase size, increase strength for so long. It's kind of hard for me to make that shift. I'm not ready yet. I know for my jiu-jitsu to be better, I need to make that shift and start to get lighter, start to train for more stamina, start to train more athletically. And I have trained a little more athletically in my workouts. That's one thing that I started to add, doing more things from standing, doing more things that are unstable, doing more one arm or one leg things to stress my body in different ways to give it more challenges. But starting to make that transition, not focus as much on strength, not focus as much on size, even though I am still doing the workouts for them. I'm not able to get the foods that I want, so I'm doing more shakes and foods like that, and I hope I get to a good point. I'm thinking at least right now, once I get down to 220, it might be a decent medium that I'm not too small, but I still can move better, and feeling better and less stress on my joints might actually help some of the pain that I'm dealing with my knee. I think it definitely, if I get down to 200, it'll definitely help my knee, help my movement, help my athletic performance, but not necessarily help my strength and size. So I'm thinking that around 220 right now is where I will find the right balance, and we'll see what happens going forward. Maybe my mindset will shift a little more, maybe my goals will shift a little bit more, but that's where I'm at right now. If I get down to 220, I'll be fine, but if I stay at 230 where I'm right now, fine as well. Weight for me is right now is not as important, but a lot of different things going through my mind right now about where I'm at, where I want to be as far as my goals, you know. So I'm kind of at a crossroads of which direction I want to take my training, because there's a few things that are important to me, but I'm not going to be able to get every single thing with my training. So I guess the point of this is, you know, when you do things that shift around your goals, you need to make a decision, and that's something I have to do, is make a decision of what my main goal is and start training for that. Because if you have a small goal here, small goal here, small goal here, it's going to be hard to reach all of these little goals because they require different training, different nutrition, and I'm kind of at a crossroads, and I hope I figure out exactly what I want to be doing as far as my goals and my training. Hope I figure it out by next week, but that's my thing. I'm going to take some time and sit down and do that stuff. So I hope this helps you. I hope if you're someone that's at a crossroads, that this message will help you as well. And it's kind of a long way to get to that point, but with these Jiu-Jitsu diary videos, I don't really have a plan, just kind of thinking out loud. And also doing this for myself so I could look back and see some of the silly thoughts that I'm thinking at this point in my jiu-jitsu training. I'm sure if I look back at this video in a year or two from now, it's like, man, what was going through my head at that time? But that's the way I'm feeling right now. Right now I'm at a crossroads, and I'm very interested to see where my thought process will take, where I want to be as far as training. I hope, like I said, this video helps you, and I will see you next time. Keep working out. Again, I'm Paul Niyama. I want to help you become the best and strongest version of yourself. I will see you next time.